Hi, you're on Living with the Land,
Discovery and awareness.
brought to you by
Richness
VID00262.AVI.
of the diversity, the often surprising nature of living with the land. Our journey begins as dramatic and sudden changes are sweeping over the land. The approaching storm may seem violent and destructive to us, but to nature, it's a new beginning in the cycle of life.
But you can't flash. No, it's only a view screen. It's okay that way? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're on Living with the Land. Right now we're surfing a floating sort of boat thing.
Beneath the surface of the land, roots trap water from the flowing mud, extracting precious nutrients and minerals. These elements, when combined with sunlight, create the diverse living systems of our planet. One of those living systems is the rainforest, home to the most amazing concentration of life on our planet. These dense and beautiful forests cover only a tiny
Okay,
portion
look at this, real water.
But they contain more than half of its plant and animal species. Rainforests are also extremely rich and productive living systems, providing us with oxygen, food, medicines, and other elements essential to our lives.
Isn't that cool? Kind of looks like ideas from the Muppet Show.
Nature has created a very different, no less beautiful living system. And while this arid landscape may seem lifeless, it is very much alive.
That's a cute little landscape.
The plants and animals that have learned to survive in these harsh conditions make use of what little water they can find.
Look at this,
and avoid the scorching rays of the sun.
It was a farmland desert. Yeah, it was a long time ago.
The American prairie once appeared as desolate as the desert, but over time, rainwater and nutrients gradually penetrated the hard surface of this land. Even the hooves of the mighty buffalo helped create the rich soil that would one day become home to the American farm.
See that? Yeah, and gophers and buffaloes and...
Of all the forces at work on the land,
oh, okay, here's that dog.
One of the most profound effects. The need to produce food for a growing world led to the enormous use and sometimes overuse of the land. In our search for more efficient ways to grow food, we often fail to realize the impact of our methods.
There you go.
Today,
here,
we're learning to live with the land, discovering better
we have
ways to
more
grow
information
food that
for
will
you.
assure both human and environmental well-being.
So please learn along with me. Oh, it's windy in here.
Natural predators like ladybugs and wasps to control pests. In Japan, we're learning that by adding composted leaves and other plant material to our soil, we can reduce the need for fertilizers. In farmlands across America, we're learning that by plowing under vegetation containing natural fertilizers, we can enrich the soil without the use of chemicals. In Saudi Arabia and Mexico, we're learning to
How will we meet tomorrow's growing needs for food production, yet still respect the needs of the land? Some of the answers are being discovered just ahead and are unique
Research
within
Center.
greenhouse environments. To help us maintain these carefully controlled ecosystems and for your safety, Please remain seated
Okay,
in your boat.
and now I say, open sesame.
In these living laboratories, scientists from Epcot and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future. The tropics are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet. Many of these, like bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world. Others, like the jackfruit, fluted pumpkins, and dragon fruit growing here, represent the vast number of lesser-known tropical plants. Many of these are exceptionally high in vitamins and nutrients. Others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions. The fluted pumpkin, with its edible seeds and leaves, thrives in the poorest soil conditions of Africa.
It's jackfruit.
A potential staple for millions of people. The unique-looking dragon fruit is actually a member of the cactus family.
Apple.
The fruits are high in vitamin C, rich in antioxidants, and have a light, sweet taste.
Pineapple. What else do we got here? Coconut. We got coconuts here. The dragon fruit again.
As we learn more about these plants, we discover new ways they can help us meet our food needs. One day, some of these may be as popular as the bananas growing on both sides of the boat. More than 28 million tons of bananas are eaten annually, making it the most popular fruit in the world.
Okay, this is going to get real interesting.
Probably don't.
There's going to be like a lot of live fish and alligators here. So check this out.
An innovative way to increase harvests.
Sorry about the darkness from last time. I couldn't help that. Sorry.
Bass, and catfish.
But anyway, here we go.
Popular crops raised by fish farmers around the world. In Asia, tilapia are often raised in rice paddies.
Wow, look at that, eh? Hybrid tilapia.
This integrated growing system improves
look
yield
at this.
and reduces pollution. The American alligators on your right were once an endangered species. Raising alligators on farms has played an important role in decreasing pressures on wild populations.
We're getting ready for the alligators.
Nearly 30% of all fish consumed worldwide is raised on farms, making aquaculture an important part of our efforts to produce a bountiful harvest. Here at the land, we grow about 6,500 pounds of fish each year, many of which are featured in restaurants here at Epcot.
Yeah, and they obviously eat them all. Including those nice butter shrimp.
This greenhouse is full of some of our biggest ideas. Giant pumpkins and winter melons are certainly impressive, but their real importance far exceeds their record-setting size. These supersized crops represent the best efforts of scientists and farmers.
I wonder if they grow weed here.
Years of careful selection and crossbreeding results in plants that produce more food, are more resistant to pests, and can even grow in marginal climates. And it doesn't hurt that one 9-pound lemon will make about a gallon of lemonade on a hot summer day.
Yeah, cotton.
These plants are definitely on their way up.
Oh, lemon tree again.
Vertical growing systems like ours increases airflow through the leaves, which helps to reduce disease. Diseases and pests are two of the biggest challenges faced by farmers around the world. Innovative growing techniques are just one way to fight these problems. Using beneficial insects to manage pest problems is another technique we're using. We're also growing plants using our novel nutrient film system. By recycling water and nutrients, the system can save farmers money and help protect the environment. Here's something you don't see every day. Tomatoes growing on trees. These plants were originally developed by Chinese scientists. Tomato trees live longer and produce many more tomatoes. One of ours lived 16 months and produced over 32,000 tomatoes. Much of the produce you see growing in our greenhouses is served in the restaurants here at the land.
Cucumber.
The future of agriculture includes some high-flying ideas like the ones you see here.
Sorry, my YouTube viewers, I don't have anything that exciting here. This is just a piece of interest, if this interests anybody out there on YouTube.
Water and nutrients are sprayed directly on the roots of the plants as they fly by. In our lab, scientists from the U.S. Department of Agriculture are working to develop dwarf pear trees. The fruit will be normal-sized, but the smaller trees will be easier to grow and
Rosemary's baby.
The goal of all these experiments is to discover new ways to better grow crops
more
in
fish.
even the harshest environments. Who knows? One day, we
look,
might even
fish
be
under
able to grow
plants.
food during extended space flights.
See that? Pretty cool.
This car.
These greenhouses represent just a tiny fraction of the work being done worldwide to produce bountiful harvests for our growing population. Of course, growing better crops is just the first part of the story. Once harvested, these crops need to be handled with care on their journey from the field to your table. Around the globe, scientists are dedicated to improving the quality and taste of the foods that the world enjoys and relies on. Working together, we can continue to find innovative ways to increase food production and protect our precious natural environment. Only then will we truly be living with the land.
Yep. Yeah, planet Earth on the wall.
On behalf of Walt Disney World, we hope you have enjoyed this unique journey through our living laboratory. Those of you interested in an even closer look at our greenhouses might consider the behind-the-scenes walking tour. It's a great experience for the whole family. The tour desk is near the entrance to Soarin'. Please keep your hands and feet inside the boat and remain seated.
And that was brought to you by Zed Snook.